Hey, beautiful. It's your girl Chachi, right back at you once again with a beautiful message. Today was really enlightening for me. I spoke with a lady after a event. There was predominantly women there, and she grew up in the church, as did I. And she had questions and just was intrigued about, the crystals. I burn crystals and I have sage and all of these different things. And so I began to talk to her about, Christianity and about how these things are mentioned in the Bible. About the breastplate, the priest who wore the 12 stones representing the 12 tribes. Well, what were these stones? Were these stones not crystals and gemstones? Did they not come from the ground? Were they not created by God? When we talked about the sage, I talked about, you know, the story where they were bringing Jesus the gifts, the frankincense, the myrrh. A person like me, the first time I read the Bible, I was 13. It was in the summer. I just read it all the way through out of curiosity to see if it related to me in any way, shape, or form. And what I discovered is I saw little things. I had to dig deeper. I wanted to dig deeper. It's like, what is frankincense? What does it do? What are its medicinal qualities? What is this? What is that? What is myrrh? What are all these things that it's mentioning? It had a story about a burning bush. What is that bush? What kind of bush was that? Like, I just wanted to dig deeper than the surface of what was, I was reading. And so she talked about the sage. I'm like, ooh, is this so spooky? Like, what's going on? And it's like, it's nothing spooky about it. It has all of these wonderful medicinal qualities. If you put them in your tea, it's just good for you. You burn it, and it just has a way of shifting things. Even in the Bible, before going into the holies of holies, or when people were saturated in prayer and ashes and the things that they use, it's like all of these things are in there. The Bible mentions amethyst in Revelation. It mentions amethyst in the New Testament a lot. This is an amethyst. It's purple. And in their breastplates, in the garments that the priests wore, these stones, they represented things. They had colors that had meanings, and they had power, and all of these things are from the earth. And but God said everything he made was good. God made sage. God made crystals. They're like, oh, well, the moon and the stars. Women were divinely connected to a moon. We have a cycle every month. And when we get in tune with the moon and that cycle, it can help us release not just physical toxins, but also emotional things that women carry, because women are incubators. We incubate pain. We incubate, hardships that we've been through, pain from relationships, pain from abortions or losing a child. Just a lot of things that we can carry, trauma from our childhood. And I was taught about the moon baths and how it pulls on all the water of the earth and how the salt helps to detoxify. And so this isn't anything spooky. It's not, ooh, airy fairy. This is just natural things that God gave us to help us be the best versions of ourselves. And I'm not trying to recruit anyone to do what I do or say what I say or wear crystals or, feel like you have to wash your walls from energy. People are like, words are so powerful. Your words are powerful. You could create. You could change your life. God spoke this into existence. But if I tell them, say you and your spouse are arguing a lot, or you're fussing a lot at your kids, or you're depressed and you've been depressed in your room, that you need to clear that energy, that you may need to wash those walls. You might need to take some Dead Sea salt. You may need to take some Himalayan sea salt, some hot water. You might need to wash those walls. You might need to pray. You might need to burn some sage and open the windows and go through your home and change and shift the atmosphere. People think, oh, she's spooky. Oh, you're looking at the stars. That's not of God. God said everything that he made was good, and to the pure all things are pure. So you mean to tell me you teach your children that three wise men, no Google, no MapQuest, no GPS, followed a star to find Jesus, and then they bought him these herbs, and we're wrong now for using these things? I mean, maybe they're too Old Testament for you, but these are things in the New Testament as well. So I'm not promoting anything, but what I want to challenge you, especially Christians or people who know me, know my father and things, study to show yourself approved. Google sage. It's just a Google click away before you go judging somebody. Google these things, these herbs and things, and the fragrances and spices and things. Google crystals in the Bible. You will discover a lot, and you will learn a lot. And you don't have to feel like just because somebody is doing something different from you that they're wrong. Because the absence of knowledge about something often produces the presence of a fear. Like, oh, they don't do it like I do it. They don't say it like I say it. They don't pray like I pray. They don't fast like I fast. They don't go to my church. They're not Baptist, Presbyterian, this and this and this and that. If God wanted everybody to be just like you, all he would have made was you. And that's the absolute truth. So be a little more open-minded and study. Really study to show yourself approved. Before you bash someone, maybe just ask them, why do you do that? And if you're a Christian or you're a Muslim or you're a this or you're that, whatever label you want to smack on yourself, I'm just Chachi. I'm just China. That's just who I am. I don't label myself as anything. You can call me whatever you want to call me. I don't care. But I believe all that God made was good. The stars, the sun. I'm grateful for it, because if the sun shifts just a little bit, if it was closer, we'd burn. If it was further, we'd freeze. I thank God for that divine balance, for the seasons. I live in Ohio, so they're not always in tune. You know, it could snow in the middle of July, but I thank him for the sunshine when it's here. You know, my daughter, she actually had a question about something like this, and she was talking about a rainbow. You know, she likes something with rainbows on it. And one of her friends said, oh, if you like a rainbow, that means you're gay. My daughter was like, I guess I can't get that because it has a rainbow on it. And I said, hold up. Not on my watch. God, the creator of the universe, created the rainbow to signify a promise. So if you want to wear a rainbow, honey, you rock that rainbow. I'll rock the rainbow with you. And it does not have to mean anything other than you like that outfit with the rainbow on it. So we just have to be very careful as people. We need to love more than we judge. We need to ask. And sometimes we need to be willing to learn. We live in a generation, in a society where you could click Google so fast. You could click Google just like that. So if you don't know something, it's always better to ask. It's always better to click Google. And